Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I had my mic muted. How you guys doing? Uh, hey Smoke, hey Caesar, hey Benji, hey Myron, hey Sorry, Tony. I was starting to read. Ahmed, how you doing? Uh, so how's the sound now? Okay, cool. I had my mic muted for whatever reason. Boink, boink. Hello. Yeah, good to see you here, Tony. Finally. uh, Adarsh, my good friend Adarsh. How you doing? How you been? Hey, good. I'm here. I just decided to make a live stream again. It's going to be every Wednesday, unless I say otherwise. Uh, Fabrizio, is Linux what? LTS? You mean? Good. I'm on it. Hey, from Brazil. Hey, I'm here. I'm always here, sitting behind this computer, just doing my thing on XeroLinux. Yeah. So, uh, let's talk. Basically, is the title of the today's stream. We need to talk about a few things. Where should I start? There was a recent review, a live overview of XeroLinux by our good pal Matt's Creative. He pointed out a few issues that I have since fixed via the toolkit. The toolkit was a mess. I haven't addressed the toolkit in such a long time. So he mentioned a few issues with it. I have addressed what I can. I forgot to mute it. Okay. Forgot to mute Discord. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fabrizio. Linux is amazing. Can be amazing. I wouldn't say perfect or anything of that stretch. It still has long ways to go, but hey. So yeah. Okay. XeroLinux, no, it's not a new distro. It's been around for the better part of 4 years, maybe 5. No, I'd say 4 because I took a short hiatus. You use Fedora Fedora 42 KDE and Wayland. Of course, Wayland. You don't have a choice on Fedora. There's no X11 on Fedora, as far as I can recall. You bought the ISO base on this video. Nice. Nice. Now I'm gonna talk about why XeroLinux is behind a payment wall in a minute. Oh, I forgot the music, the background music. Oh my lord. Sorry, guys. Okay. So how's the music, guys, in the background? Is it too loud? Is it too low? Because from now on, I'm gonna be playing music in the background. Yeah, you have to install it. But what I meant was it's not there by default anymore. 10 years. I've been using it for 7, so close. Too loud. Okay. How's that? I'm gonna. How is it now? I need to add music to add a little bit of ambiance. How's that? Still loud? Let's get everything set up. Okay, so how is it now? Is it too loud? It's fine now. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at minus... Yeah, minus 32 dB. Off and on since 1991. Alright, cool. It depends on what DE or WM you pick. For example, if you use Fedora Cinnamon Spin, you will be using X11. Yeah, that is true. That is true. There are some desktop environments and window managers that don't work on Wayland. So logically, you're going to have X11. But when it comes to KDE or GNOME, Wayland is all you get on Fedora.
Is the best way to upgrade your listening experience. Enjoy your music fully when you play songs in any order.
My premium ran out.
And listen to them ad-free. It's what your ears deserve. Tap the banner to learn more.
Oh shit, I need to stop this. I'll just stop the music. I don't have a subscription for Spotify. It expired last month, I guess. I forgot about that. But anyway. A Creation OS? No, I don't know who you are. Well, that username does not tell me who you are. You're beta testing Wayland, Fabrizio. Yeah, okay. I've been on Wayland for the better part of what, 6 months now? Anyway, we need to talk, guys. Before I forget what I wanted to talk about. But yeah, as I was saying, Matt's Creative made a video, went live with talking about XeroLinux GNOME edition. I sent him the GNOME edition because I know he doesn't like KDE much, so I didn't want him to spend the entire stream wailing about it, complaining. So I sent him the spin that he prefers. Oh, Cobra! Now I know who you are. Hey, it's been a while. It is out. KDE 6.4 is out, but not for everyone. Arch didn't push it onto their repos yet. It's gonna be a while. Anyway, hey Dims, good to see you. Chicani sola kala. That's all I know in Greek. Anyway, yeah, so I addressed all the issues that he mentioned on his live stream, most of them. Like, he mentioned something along the lines of he wanted me to color the progress bar for DaVinci Resolve. I use the curl command, so it's impossible to do that. It's a touch of design, but hey, I couldn't color it. But as far as distro box, I removed the parts where you can deploy an image because the URLs were out of date. So I fixed most of the issues, but that made me realize one thing. He had some complaints where it cannot be done. Because as a distro, I have to think about you guys. I'm not gonna make things include things that only work for me and things that I like. I need to think. I need to make some compromises. So by doing compromises, more people will gravitate towards the distro. So I take myself out of the equation, basically. I have a version of XeroLinux, an ISO of XeroLinux KDE spin, flagship spin, for myself that has the things that I want the way I want them. This I don't maintain for anyone. I don't publicly distribute this, but there are... since I can build ISOs, why not build one for myself privately? Black Magic and tell them that Flatpak. Yeah, I agree. We all want DaVinci Resolve on Flatpak. And here's another thing: some people hate Flatpaks. I don't know why. There's no reason to, but they hate him. It's a choice. It's a choice. I respect people for their choices. I'm not gonna fight them for their choices or argue with them for their choices. No, no, I won't. I will never do that. I respect every single person's choices. So, that being said, sometimes Flatpaks can be the only way to get a support for a product. Like, let's say OBS, uh, Bottles, Lutris, and so on and so forth. Those the developers of those applications will not provide support for anything but the Flatpaks. So XeroLinux will ship the Flatpaks. We are not going to ship any unofficial package. Like some users prefer to install them via native packages. Okay, but don't expect the developers. Don't go complaining to the developers that they're not getting support. Again, I say it's like you buying a Ferrari from some guy, rando guy, and going to Honda for a repair. You go to the Honda dealership because there's no Ferrari dealership in your hometown. You go there and you expect them to fix your Ferrari. It doesn't work that way. So that's why XeroLinux will always ship whatever package format is supported by the developers of said application. So, because I saw Matt saying during the live stream that he hates Flatpaks. Flatpaks are people who use Flatpaks are kind of crazy along those lines. That's generalizing. I don't like that. So other than that, his live stream was amazing. Thank you, Matt. If you're watching the stream or if you watch it afterwards, thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see a standalone video. I don't know. Here's hoping. And by the way, before I switch to the next topic, I started a goal, a super chat goal. Basically, it's a new feature from YouTube. I set it to $5, $10 and or above super chat. If I reach that goal, I will make a request video a month, within reason, of course. If it is in my power, I will do it. But if I reach that goal, super chat goal, you can suggest a video, request a video you would want to see on this channel, and I'll do my best to make that video happen. So that's if we reach the goal. It's a very modest $5, $10 super chat. If we don't reach it, we don't reach it. It's fine. It's not a big problem, but it's there so we can get the chat going, and someone needs. Okay, yeah, it's better to listen to the developers instead of installing third-party versions. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Ahmed. Forks are only valuable if they do something different. Oh, 100%. Spoken like a king. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tony. Oh, thank you so much. One down, 4 to go. 4 to go. Okay, then let's start this. All right. Next topic. It's the status of XeroLinux, the financial status of Xero. I didn't want to talk about this, but I have to bring it up. Currently, XeroLinux is operating at a huge loss. What do I mean by a huge loss? I'm talking about the services that allow for XeroLinux to survive, like hosting, like websites, like internet, like LTE, because I need to get an LTE, specific LTE connection just to be able to upload XeroLinux, which is a 50 gigabyte LTE connection that has a 40 megabit upload speed to allow me to upload the ISOs, because on the regular DSL connection, half a megabyte of upload speed is not going to allow me to upload XeroLinux unless I have electricity continuously for the entire day. So I need in order to be able to upload the ISOs, I had to get a secondary LTE line for that. And there's internet. There's other than internet, there's the electric bill. There's a ton of things that make XeroLinux happen that in total cost me twice as much as what XeroLinux is making so far. Twice. I am operating at a loss right now. So whatever you guys can do, if you want to support me financially, all the link. Don't support me financially on YouTube other than super chats. For that, there are links in the description below. LiberaPay or Ko-Fi. You can either donate or grab an ISO, basically. Or there's the merch store. I haven't linked it. I think I'll have to include it in the links below. But you can buy merch. Currently, I don't have anyone to make merch for me. I'm not a designer, so. But whatever that exists there, if you want to support the project, you can do it that way. If you don't want to get the ISO or whatever, you get something in return. A XeroLinux merch. But other than that, this is that part. So I just want it needed mentioning and forgotten. No, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. This is I will mention it once every year, if that. But I'm just reminding you guys that XeroLinux is currently operating at a loss. But I will continue doing it anyway, because who doesn't want a new distro, and it keeps me it keeps me on my toes. So I'm gonna continue working on it. I'm not gonna stop. Don't think that I'm gonna stop. I love doing this for you guys. I enjoy the interaction with you guys, making friends. I made so many good friends because of this, because of XeroLinux. And in due time, I might start making videos showing you guys how to start building your own distro. Why not? People want a distro that suits their needs. Maybe there's not a single one out there. Why not create your own? I might start a series talking about this. But yeah, with those annoying subjects out of the way, why don't we get to XeroLinux, right? All right, let me set this up. Live broadcast. LFS? No. No, I'm not touching LFS with a 10-foot pole. Righty then. All right. So, this is XeroLinux. This is the KDE spin, of course, the KDE flagship. But I needed to mention one thing, because people have been having an issue after donating for the ISO, installing it, and trying to run an update. Recently, the Chaotic AUR released a new keyring package. See? It says Chaotic keyring at the top. No, Ahmed, it's not LFS. It's very easy. Arch has something called Arch ISO. package, which allows you to modify and build your own arch. Array, my good friend Array, the guy behind who put in the hard work on Hyper-Zero. Cesar looks awesome. Congrats, thanks. Anyway, let's not. I'm losing my trail of thought. You see the chaotic earring at the top here. By the way, this is the update notifier thing in the tray that XeroLinux comes with. It's called App Datafier. If you want more information on that, you can visit my blog. But it says chaotic keyring. Do not run a full update if you see chaotic keyring packaged in the list. You have to run sudo pacman -syy, not you. We don't want to update the system. Just syy to update the database, and you type chaotic -keyring. You have to update this package standalone before running the rest of the update. Type your password. This is to fix the issue, the failed update issue. A lot of people were reporting it after donating for the ISO, and it was causing the update to fail. You just hit enter. It updates the key rings. Now you can update the rest of your system. You just click this button here, upgrade system, the terminal looking icon in here, and you type your password and you update your system. Now it's going to update without issue. The Hyper-Zero, it was a teamwork. It was teamwork. It was Array, D-Dubs, and I. I was the guy coming up with the ideas, what I wanted, how to put it, what to use. D-Dubs was the advisor. We asked because he has window manager knowledge 10 times more than us. He tried Neary, he tried Hyperland, he tried, I don't know how many window managers he has tried. DWM, you name it, he has tried it. So we needed his experience and his knowledge. So with us three together, we put our heads together and we came up with Hyper-Zero. Array was the person who put it all together. He made everything work together. So thank you, Array. I can't thank you enough. You were instrumental. We don't see what you are writing. I don't know. What do you mean, what am I writing? I didn't hide anything. Oh, Scheiße. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Why can't you see anything? Why isn't it grabbing the full screen? Wait. Why is it not grabbing the rest of it? Give me a sec, guys. Boo! Yeah, Hepdad, boo. Boo to me. Me from. No, wait. Live rocket. Uh-oh. Okay, can you see it now? Okay. Sorry, guys. I was capturing window instead of capturing the screen. Shoot me. So what I was showing was this. First, sudo pacman -syy chaotic keyring. You update this first. If you see it in the list, in the list of packages to be updated, do not run a full system update. It's gonna fail because a lot of packages on XeroLinux come from the chaotic AUR. So you update this package first. You hit enter. Wait for it to sync the database. And we use syy because we don't want without the u because we don't want to update the system. So you hit yes. You wait for it to update the keys, and then you update via this tool here. This is AppDataFire. If you want to know more, it's on my blog in the post section. It's called AppDataFire. It's a plasmoid you can get from the KDE store. So, see, what I love about AppDataFire is that it also supports updating your plasmoids. We have an update for Plasma Control Hub, Simple Separator, and Smart Video Wallpaper Reborn. I made a video about this plasmoid. It was my previous video. I cannot replace what SYY does. What SYY does is update the what do you call them? The repositories. The database. It updates the database. It doesn't actually update packages. I have a new favorite program, K-Crash. Awesome. Yeah, Dad. Oh, you are incorrigible. I just thought about it. I don't know if it's a viable solution. Yeah, well, it's not recommended, and do not ever, whatever you do, run sudo pacman syy package name unless you are in a situation like I showed you today. This will partially update your system. It's not recommended by the Arch developers. It's not recommended by anyone. But sometimes issues arise, like this one, where we cannot update the system without updating this package alone. Like another example. Recently, sorry, I need to lay back for a bit. My back is killing me. I'll get back up in a second. Recently, there was an issue with Arch install. If you download the latest Arch ISO today, from 1st of July, and you just run Arch install, it will fail. Not necessarily, but if you select, for example, the open source drivers while installing Arch using Arch install, it will fail. Why? Guess. Because Arch decided to remove the XF86 video VMware driver from the Arch repositories, which Arch install includes as part of the free open source drivers, the video drivers, in case you're installing in a VM. The reason for that is simple, because VMware are switching to QEMU, so they no longer require this driver. But since that package no longer exists on the Arch repositories and is still part of the old version of Arch install, it will fail. Why will it? How can you fix that? Very simple. You do pacman -syy Arch install, grab the latest version of Arch install, then run it and install Arch using it. but it's not. How should I put it? It's not advertised anywhere. You will have to go to the Arch install Discord, complain about the issue for them to tell you the solution. You know what I mean? They didn't make a post about it on Arch. They didn't tell the people via a blog post anywhere. So basically, what regular Joes will have to do is wait until the beginning of July to get the latest ISO with a fixed version of Arch installed. That's if you don't want to build your own Arch ISO, because you can, and there's an article about that on my blog. So you are serious. I've never used Gatecrash. It's part of KDE, so I know it's installed, but I haven't needed it. I thought it was a crash reporting tool whenever a crash occurs. Okay, I can get up now. Sorry about that. My back was killing me. Exactly, Ahmed. You have to encounter the problem to know about it, and then report it to the developers for them to give you the solution. It's not straightforward. You know what I mean? You can also select the drivers you need. Well, you cannot select. You select open source. The open source is a meta package that will install everything. x86 video, VMware, QEMU, AMD, Intel. No, I no, I didn't know how to fix it. I will need to ask around. Thank you for the question, though, Zeno. If you select your GPU, of course, if you select NVIDIA, it's not going to install the open source VMware drivers. That's for people who are testing it in a VM or want to install, if they have an AMD or they have an Intel, they will have to select that. And by selecting that, it's going to install the VMware ones as well and fail at that. Horst. Hey, Horst. Yeah. Ping me on Discord when you do, because you need to do a few things, because the ISO is frozen in time since March. So yeah, you need to do a few things. There will be a new ISO. The reason I didn't release one right now, it's ready, but I didn't release it because I'm waiting for Plasma 6.4. There's no sense in releasing an updated ISO now and then again when 6.4 gets released. Plus, because I only have 50 gigs, as I said earlier, I cannot waste that bandwidth. I'm using that bandwidth right now to go live, and I'll be using it for the ISO. So, you know what I mean? And it's the connection running my home lab. So in case of updates, my home lab will use that connection. What typo? You ever get that? Yeah, you didn't have a typo. You're a terrible bot. So yeah, since more of you are here now, we got how many? Wait a second. I need to switch to me front because I need to check something private. How many are we? 25 people watching. That's the most I ever had. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 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 Since we have more of you here now, 25 awesome people right now, I just want to say thank you. And don't forget, we have a goal to reach. And if we reach that goal of 5 super chats of $10 or more, and if we reach that goal, you can request. I'll be doing a requested video a month. One requested video a month. You can request a video on my Discord. Join the Discord if you aren't on there. And if it's within my power, I'll make sure to do it. if it isn't within my power again. So let's reach that goal or not. It doesn't matter. But yeah. So let's get back into that. Restarting Plasma Shell. See, it asks you if you want to restart Plasma Shell. But anyway, we need to reboot. So restarting the Plasma Shell didn't need to happen. So, and by the way, if you stick till the end, of this stream, I'll be showing you a surprise. There will be a surprise at the end of the stream. So stick until the end. It's not going to be very long. So, but stick till the end if you want to see the surprise, or watch it after the fact. But watch it till the end because there is a beautiful surprise for you guys. General, of course, we have a channel called Linux. The Linux channel is for general Linux discussion. You can talk about CachyOS, you can talk about Endeavor, you can talk about whatever. As long as it's related to Linux, you can discuss it there. Yeah, of course. It's not only about XeroLinux, you know. There are channels for XeroLinux like XeroLinux support, distro support. It's a forum-based channel. If you have an issue with XeroLinux, you post it there. If you have Linux, general Linux, or let's say Arch Linux, I tend to keep it Arch Linux because unless it's general and applies to all Linux distributions, then why not? But not distro specific. Oh, Zeno, thank you again. 2 down, 3 to go. So, what was I? What was I saying? Yeah, if it's general Linux tips and tricks that apply to any distro or Arch Linux, specific ones, you can post them in the tips and tricks forum, following the guidelines. Of course, you need to read and follow the guidelines. But yeah, you can share them there. They can be general Linux tips and tricks. Yeah, exactly like Zeno said. I will be updating the ISO as soon as 6.4 reaches the Arch repositories. Maybe that's tomorrow, maybe that's in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The longer it takes, the longer I have to postpone the new ISO. Unfortunately, that's not up to me, up to Arch. For kernels, sometimes they take 3 weeks. For 6.14, I think they took 3 weeks. Now, the discussion comes to you. If you have any questions, whatever they might be, feel free to ask, and I will do my best to answer. This is the part of the stream where you take the lead. More of an offline question, but I'll forget it if I don't ask now. Would you be able to remote into session on my server for your lab to build Zero and... Oh, you mean build the ISO on your server by remoting in? Yes, I can do that, but my connection is half a megabit up, so it's going to be extremely painful. Technically, I can, but it's gonna be painful. I move the mouse today. I'll see it in its new position tomorrow. What can I do? Blame my ISP. So take the lead, guys. Ask any question. I'm here to answer. I'm here to answer. During this time, until someone asks a question, so it's not a boring, you're not staring at my screen. For people who don't know XeroLinux and who are looking to try it out, this this is the only package manager GUI. أحمد لا يا باشا نتكلمش عن BSD. I just told Ahmed we're not talking about BSD here. Anyway, this is the only GUI or TUI based package manager I'm going to ship on XeroLinux out the box. Because the point of XeroLinux is not to spoon feed you everything, do everything for you so you don't have to do anything and learning nothing at the end of the day. If I do too much for you, you end up relying on me to do everything for you and you will learn nothing. After zero. Tony! LabWC. I never heard of the LabWC. XeroLabWC. That's a nice name, but it's got a nice ring to it. But I don't know what LabWC is. I'll have to check it out. But no, I can handle only so much. There are 2 editions with a 3rd one coming. That's all I can do. 3 is my limit. 2 is a stretch, but 3 is the limit, the upper limit. As a one guy doing everything, living in a country that's not always the best, in the best situation, I cannot do more than 3. 3 is all you get. But when you see the 3rd one that I'm going to show you at the end of the stream, because that's what I'm going to be showing you, you're going to love it. But anyway, back to this. This is the only package manager because I want you to learn. When it's called PackSeek, and if you look for something on the AUR, let's say Spotify. Why everyone uses Spotify as an example, I don't know. Spotify. Okay. See? I don't want the one on the chaotic AUR. But see? You can click to see the package build, and you can study the package build. Read the package build of AUR packages before you go on ahead and install packages from there. Because some of them can do more harm to your PC than good. So, in the case of Spotify, no, but I'm just showing it as an example. Click the show package build, read it, go through it, understand what it does, Google a few things, ask AI if you have to, but read the package build before committing. So this is the only thing I'm going to include on XeroLinux by default. Then if you want to install another GUI-based package manager, you can do so, but that's the one I include. And if you want to run the toolkit, it's in the tray, updated today. Okay, so the toolkit. What did I want to show? First, system setup. LabWC, OpenBox, and Wayland. Yeah, no. You can update the system using that. You, fix pipewire, anything. Okay, I need to show you something. I added this today to the toolkit because a lot of people were trying to apply things with vanilla arch in parentheses on them. No, don't. No. Options labeled with vanilla arch are not required on XeroLinux because they're intended to users who install my toolkit on vanilla arch. So you don't need to do anything labeled vanilla arch. So first one, fix pipewire Bluetooth, vanilla arch. Already applied on Xero. Activate GitHub Repositories, vanilla arch. Everything is vanilla arch in here except install third-party GUI package managers. When you select that option, you can install either Octopi, PackSeek is already included, Bahoo, Warehouse, Flatseal, Easy Flatpak. Flatseal you don't need on KDE Plasma because guess what? Flatseer is the permission manager for or Flatpak manager on for distros that don't ship this feature. You type Flatpak, you got Flatpak permissions here. You can manage them here. If you have any Flatpaks installed, you can manage their permissions and what ozone layer they use, Wayland or X11 and stuff like that. So it's included on KDE. You don't need that. Flatseer. Warehouse is a manager where you can install, uninstall, backup. I'm not going to explain everything about each and every package, but this is what you have here. You go cancel. Sometimes it errors out. It's fine. What else? Download latest official Arch Linux ISO. If you don't want to go to the website digging for a link or whatever, you can just use my toolkit. Type I, hit enter, and it's going to download the ISO with a nice progress bar. Enable fingerprint. The reason I didn't enable fingerprint out of the box on XeroLinux because some people don't need the fingerprint thing, and it might end up being bloat. Lab WC OpenBox. Okay, will you support init systems other than systemd? Good question. Run it OpenRC. No. Nope. Good question though. Fair question. No. Arch with KDE and GNOME is where I'll stay. Systemd all the way. I might dabble in them in the future to see what they are all about. I know Artix is an anti-systemd distro, a protest distro. I might try it. It's good to try, but I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm a man of old habits, so I stick to my habits. I like what I like. I don't like to move away to something else. I stick to what I like and what works on my system. But dabbling, playing around. I have a laptop, a ThinkPad. I love the ThinkPad. It's my favorite laptop, the best laptop I've ever had. So yeah, I might test it on that. No, here's the thing. Very good question, Grinmal. Very, very, very good question. This toolkit is only intended to be used on XeroLinux or Vanilla Arch. That's it. That's because if I make it work, I have put I have included blockers in the toolkit, so it's not used on any other distro other than Vanilla Arch or XeroLinux. Why? Simply because other custom distros might have their own repositories, their own ways of doing things. If I include this tool, I allow it to be run on those custom distros, God knows what might happen. It might blow up your system. I'm not going to be responsible for that. To limit its scope, that's why I limited its scope to Vanilla Arch and XeroLinux. Too much, yeah. Multiple init systems may require an actual team working on it. Exactly. So that's this page. Multi-AI model is just LM Studio. Someone recommended it. I added it to the toolkit, but it's not. I don't do these kind of things. I don't have a powerful enough system to do that. Change parallel downloads value. You can do that. If you like, XeroLinux enables 20 by default. If you want more or less, you can modify it with this. System drivers, of course. You're welcome, Grinmo. More questions. Come on, people. Don't let me talk all like that. But I need to explain GPU drivers because a lot of people ask me, why don't you include support for NVIDIA GPUs out of the box? Because the AMD and Intel are already included in the kernel. How should I put this? It's very difficult to do that. The only CachyOS only just discovered how to do it, and they didn't post a guide or tutorial anywhere teaching us other distro maintainers how to do it. So for that reason, I will never know. If they don't share the knowledge, I will never know. I tried looking. There are no documentations because there is no documentation on how to create your own distro. A real documentation. There is none. There is surface stuff, but no detailed stuff. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. That's why XeroLinux will rely on Mesa for everything. AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA on the live ISO, that is. My fave sports team. I don't have one. I don't follow sports. I'm a fatty. And I have health issues. A lot of health issues. So sports is not my thing. Trying to do better. I'm starting to walk in town as much as I can. Step by step. Baby steps. So XeroLinux will always rely, not always, but for the foreseeable future, rely on the Mesa stack until I figure this thing out. But until then, this is what the live ISO will rely on. And that comes with a huge caveat right now is 50 series users, NVIDIA 50 series users might not be able to boot the live ISO. Sorry, I can't do that. I can't do anything about that right now. Because Mesa still, Nouveau, the Nouveau NVIDIA drivers that are included on Mesa do not yet support them. Unfortunately, I'm waiting. So until then, avoid grabbing XeroLinux or grab it and test it out. I don't know. I don't have a 50 series card. I'm not too rich for my blood. My first distro. You're gonna laugh. It was a Mint. Although I think back, I think it was Ubuntu that I crashed 15 minutes in and left Linux ever since. And when I came back, it was Manjaro. Manjaro KDE to be specific. And thanks to Manjaro KDE, I fell in love with Arch and KDE Plasma. And 6 months after using Manjaro, I created XeroLinux in 2021. So I used Manjaro for 6 months. During those 6 months, there was an amazing person by the name of Eric Dubois, who is the mastermind behind Arco Linux. He put out so much documentation on how to start building your own distro, Arch-based distro. I took that and I built XeroLinux. And the rest is history. And the rest is history. So, I'm going to mention a few changes in the upcoming version of XeroLinux KDE. This one is no longer going to be included because it's a piece of crap. Sorry, developer, if you're watching this, but this hasn't worked right ever. It's a nightmare. It's a real nightmare to deal with. It's nice to look at, but it's a nightmare to deal with. Things start overlapping after a while, and I removed it. Plus, you get awesome support. Well, I don't find the solution all the time, but I do my best. And you are in first contact with the maintainer. It's not always the case. Sometimes you find a distro, you download it, and you have to go to a whole community to get help, and some people give you contradicting results. Whereas with XeroLinux, you got one guy sitting behind his keyboard trying to help everyone. So I need to thank you guys who have supported me thus far. Without you, XeroLinux wouldn't have reached where it is now. In the beginning, if I show you a picture of what XeroLinux was in the beginning, you'd laugh at me. There was the Kava visualizer in the panel on top. There were two of them, like with rainbow puke. There was another two Kavas at the bottom of at either side of the dock. It was a bloated mess. It was a bloated mess. That's what XeroLinux was in the early days. Eric Dubois' channel is a wealth. It's a treasure trove of knowledge. People kept complaining that he was crazy for putting out 10, 20 videos a day. Look at us now. We use his videos every day. Every day. I keep going through his videos, digging through for a piece of information that I missed. And it always proves how I always find what I need. He's an encyclopedia. His channel is an arch encyclopedia. What are my thoughts on the current state of Cosmic? Funny you should ask. Funny you should ask. It is pretty good right now. I reported a lot of issues on GitHub. I reported a lot of issues. Some of them are still hanging. One of the most important issues I've been complaining about over and over and over again has finally been fixed. The issue was that you see XeroLinux toolkit in the dock, on the dock right here. You see it at the bottom? Well, on Cosmic, if you added TUIs like my toolkit or Paxseek or BTOP or HTOP, if you pinned them to the dock and you click the icon, nothing would happen. Why? Because they didn't do whatever was required for the shell or whatever you want to call it, the desktop, to handle TUIs. I don't know why. The bug existed since Alpha 1, and I've been reporting it since Alpha 1. Finally, at the end of Alpha 7, they fixed it. They finally fixed it. I was finally able to add the XeroLinux toolkit and Paxseek on the dock and use it. But now, there's one major hurdle right now, a major deal breaker on Cosmic. It's the Cosmic Greeter. The Cosmic Greeter, if you install it, it's gonna spit out error codes before showing. If you reboot your computer and you wait for the Cosmic Greeter to show, it's gonna show lines and lines and lines of error codes, and then poof, it's gonna show. So the Cosmic Greeter has still ways to go. And if you want to capture your desktop on OBS, for example, for us content creators, it's a jittery mess. It might cause epileptic seizures to some people. Thank you, Horst. My logo. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about my logo. Some people are complaining that it's too much advertisement for my country in the logo, in NeoFetch. FastFetch. What do you think, guys? I just want people, because I'm proud of XeroLinux for being Lebanese. It's the first and only distro from my country. It holds a certain place in my heart because I don't think there will ever be another one. Because in Lebanon, it's Windows, Mac, Windows, Mac. If you tell a person who has a gaming desktop that is $3,000 and above, and you tell them, What about Linux? He's gonna think you're talking about shawarma. He's gonna think you're talking about some sort of pizza. They don't have a clue what Linux is. Maybe there's uh, a, a dozen or so people around the entire country who know what Linux is. Yeah, it's a major oversight. I agree with you, Zeno. But hey, they're slowly fixing things. I don't see a final version before March next year. March next year, I think will cement a final version, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, thank you, Zeno. Don't worry about others' opinions on that. You are proud, and there is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Zeno and Tony, thank you. I'm so proud because I want more people to know that Lebanon does not only stand for, or Lebanon has gifted people in it, like me, for example, or others who do good things on Mac or Windows. But it's I don't want to be the type of person who's like has a lot of ego, a big ego, or likes to wave things around. But because it's unique, XeroLinux is unique. Literally, I don't. I'm not joking. It's unique. There's no other Lebanese distro. If you find someone in Lebanon who knows about Linux, they have either Linux Mint or Ubuntu installed. That's it. He didn't know what Lebanon was. Wait a minute, Zeno. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How can that be true? I call. I see something wrong with what you said because you guys have two Lebanons in the US. The US, unless your friend is not from the US, then I take that back. But in Lebanon, there are in the US there are two Lebanons. One near Washington somewhere, and one in Illinois or something, or Kentucky or whatever. I don't know, somewhere in the states. But there's two Lebanons in the U.S., so he doesn't know what Lebanon is. Have I met an American? Hey, I cannot judge. I haven't met an American, but all I'm saying is, come on. Well, yeah, wait. I thought that those were memes on the internet. I didn't know if they were real because I haven't personally met a real American. But you're telling me that Americans don't know what states they have, what areas they have, what towns? Wait. Tony. I am from Mount Lebanon, but in Lebanon, not in your area. I'm in Mount Lebanon Governorate. That's what we call it here. So you're telling me there's Mount Lebanon in your area? I'm coming to your country, Tony. No, I'm not active. Okay, I'm gonna say something to Ahmed in Arabic, so excuse me, guys. I'll translate it after. Ahmed, ده أنا بكره العربي. ده أنا بكره العربي. اقرأ. نأ. اكتب. اضرب. What I just said to Ahmed is I don't like reading or writing in Arabic. Although I know how to, I just despise that language. Okay. Okay. They do not know. Okay. I'm not one to judge, but you're telling me Okay, so that's a new piece of knowledge. I always thought that those were memes or just joke type of video. You're telling me they're true? The more you learn, the more you learn. What country though, Tony? I didn't know what country you're from. Habibi? Do you know Rudy? Ahmed, do you watch Rudy, the Lebanese guy on YouTube with the shorts? Yahmar? The guy who has the Yahmar joke? If you don't know him, look him up. He's an amazing Lebanese who lives in the US. He just makes amazing shorts and some music videos in Arabic, but with electronic music. You are in the US. I passed through your Lebanon on the way to Saudi. Really? What area? Or you passed or just landed for to transition to another flight? Yes, a lot of Americans are like clinically ignorant of the world outside their personal community. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Some Lebanese don't know what there is outside their own little town, but they're not many. Most of us know everything because the country is so small. Even Texas is 70 times our size, if not 700 times our size. What are the main differences between Arch and Zero? Good question, Horst. Arch, you get a TTY. You don't get a desktop environment. You don't get anything. With XeroLinux, you get a tweaked, customized, optimized KDE and GNOME. You choose which ISO you want. Whichever you choose, it's well optimized, well balanced, and well tweaked. And I don't over tweak the system because I leave everything up to you. XeroLinux is very close to the ideology of Arch. You build your system according to your needs yourself. So I don't offer a ton of stuff out of the box like other distros do. I just offer you a balanced amount of things that are necessary to get you started, and then the rest is on you. I include the default KDE apps, not all of them, because if I included the entire KDE stack, that it would be a bloated system. I even had to disable a few services because KDE runs a lot of services like Windows, which might slow down older devices. So I optimized it. I made sure it runs fast on anything. So within reason, of course, you don't try to install that on a Core 2 Duo, or else you're in for a long wait for it to boot. But within reason, so customize really well customized XeroLinux. The lay-in, this what you see in front of you right now, is the lay-in and my customization. This has been downloaded over 300,000 times because people love it. It's very balanced. It's not overwhelming. So that's the main difference between XeroLinux and Arch. With Arch, if you select KDE from Arch install, for example, it's gonna install such a minimal version of KDE. You're gonna struggle to find anything. You're not gonna know that you will need Flatpak KCM to enable the Flatpak permissions and settings. You're not gonna know that you need the KCM. What I mean by KCM, the settings entry. The KCMs, everything you see in settings is called a KCM. So, so you won't it won't include the drawing tablet KCM. So when you click on this, it's gonna error out. It's gonna give you an error, and it's not gonna tell you what package you need. It's just gonna error out. It's not gonna include anything. It's just going to include base KDE. So I make sane package selections for a well-functional system. Yeah, exactly. XeroLinux. Arch is straight command line if you don't know what TTY is. So no desktop out of the box. Yeah, exactly. Razer. How much is your GNOME ISO? Sorry, I forgot my downloaded. Okay, I need to explain something. Thank you for bringing that up, Teddy. I mean Benji. Okay, my ISOs. The KDE version is 15, or it's 15 minimum and or whatever you want to pay, $15 onwards. For GNOME, it's $25 onwards. Why? It's expensive, I know. Very simple. I don't use GNOME. Okay, I know it very well enough to get by. Not every spin I release or package I include on XeroLinux, I know how to use or use on a daily basis to know enough to provide support. The reason the GNOME edition is 25 is because I don't use it. And in case a major issue happens, I won't know how to fix it, you know? So it takes a lot more effort for me to maintain GNOME because I don't use it on the daily basis. That's why it's $25. So it takes more effort, thus more time, more electricity, more internet, more whatever. So it's 25 bucks. It's not going to increase ever in price. That's it. It increased once or twice, but that's it. That's as much as I'm going to increase it. But it takes a lot of effort for me to maintain something I do not use. KDE, it will forever be 15 bucks because it's easy for me to maintain because I use it on a daily basis. I know a lot about how to fix a few issues within it. Not everything. I have limits because if I don't encounter an issue, I can't know how to fix it. I need to replicate the issue to be able to find a solution for it. So, but KDE is going to be the cheapest and the flagship always because I use it on a daily basis. GNOME and any other spin I come up with will be a little bit more expensive because it takes more effort. XeroLinux, OpenRaiser. I was considering including OpenRaiser into the toolkit if I don't include it already. So yeah, good reminder there. OpenRGB. Yeah, I have it, but as XeroLinux here can attest, OpenRGB is a nightmare for some systems. Okay, Teddy, when your computer doesn't boot with Nouveau, can you switch to VirtIO? No. Here's the thing. There's an option on XeroLinux on the ISO to boot in no mode set. No mode set means no drivers whatsoever. You can boot that way and install XeroLinux, but if it's because you have an NVIDIA 50 series, although the live ISO boots, the installed system might not. Careful with that. Hyperscript is the best out there right now. Thank you. There's something I need to show you guys. I forgot to show you this, guys. Oh, well, I forgot to show you this, guys. Thank you, Tony, for reminding me. Oh, wiki.xerolinux.xyz. I need to show you something. Not a lot of people know about this script. Some people ask me why I charge for my ISOs. Why don't I create an install script, a free install script that anyone could use that is better than Arch install's profiles? Because they suck. Excuse me, but they suck. And everybody agrees with me. Do not use the profile section in Arch install if you value your sanity. I don't care what the Arch install developers say, but they suck. And they try to convince you that you're wrong. I sent them proof that many people are saying the same thing. They're not gonna budge. Okay, they want to do things their way. Don't tell people to suggest ideas. Just tell them report issues. Don't suggest ideas. But they will keep saying suggest ideas, but we're gonna drop all of them. So I need to show you this, guys, because they asked that question. I came up with this XeroDE installer. This is an amazing script. You can install either Plasma, GNOME, XFCE, Hyperland, or Cosmic. Even Cosmic. You can install any of those 5 desktop environments, or one of them being a window manager. Vanilla, of course. This is not XeroLinux. Has nothing to do with XeroLinux. It's just a vanilla desktop environment installer with sane defaults, with a sane selection of packages that makes them functional, more functional than what you will end up with if you use them from via Arch install. So I showed them that script and they shut up. There's a free way to install this, and if you select Plasma or GNOME, my toolkit will be included with them. You can, if you install Plasma, for example, you'll be able to apply what you see in front of you over here. This, what you see in front of you, the lay-in style with the dock and the top panel, and even the widgets and everything. It's as if you installed XeroLinux. Not quite, but 70% there. It's a way to mimic XeroLinux. You just install it's right here, KDE Plasma Rises. You got the lay-in one, and you got the Orchid. The one I just forked the lay-in one, and I applied the Orchid theme instead of lay-in. But you can apply either of those two on top of vanilla KDE that you installed via my desktop environment script, and you basically got yourself XeroLinux. Similar. Sorry, I've been talking too much. I need to read chat. Solar works, Logitech mice. Yes, Solar is what I use right now because I have a Logitech mouse, trackball mouse. OpenRazor, okay. I can attest. The support, help, and great distro. They completely worth the version of Linux and continue doing so. I think it's fair if you put a price on it. Also, Linux prospers as well. Yep. Thank you, thank you, Caesar. Yeah, Tony. Tony, they require work, but they're not gonna put in the work. Trust me, I tried. If I show you a list of issue reports I posted on their GitHub, and none of them got answered. If 1 or 2 got answered, they were always making me feel guilty for suggesting what I suggested, I'll give you an example, a very simple example. I requested that the multi-lib repository, which is a necessity, and you can agree with me that it is, for driver install, for whatever, for Steam, for example, which is a 32-bit application still. For a lot of applications and drivers, the multi-lib repository is required. They're not willing to budge. No. If the user wants the multi-lib repository, they will have to enable it themselves. Like every person, like they expect that every person coming to try Arch comes with a knowledge bag with them. If you look at the Arch install Discord, bunch of ignorant newbies. Not ignorant, sorry, I used the wrong expression. Bunch of newbies trying Arch for the first time. Nobody comes prepared, like they're coming from Mint. Mint is not Arch, Arch is not Mint. How are they supposed to know what they need and what should be enabled by default? Even reading the Arch wiki, it doesn't tell you that the multi-lib repository is necessary. It just tells you what the multi-lib repository is. Up to you to decide if it's necessary or not. And after so many years of experience, I think it is. So I just asked them to enable that. It's just a two-liner in the Arch install script. They're not going to budge. So back to me. Because I need to minimize this. And look at chat. See what chat has been talking about. Thank you. Hyperland dot file, are they 100% ready for gaming? Dot files are just configuration files. It's not about gaming. It's just look and feel. It's not about gaming or not. So my dot files, you can use them, but my Hyperland dot files, to be clear, they're a good starting point. They're not the end all be all to use as is. You install my Hyperland dot files and you build on top. It's a base. It's a base to build on top. Yeah, exactly, Cesar. Is Hyperland the best for KDE Connect and theme telemetry? What do you mean, Teddy? Theme telemetry? I don't get it. Oh, that. Yeah, okay. KDE Connect is just for transferring files. That's as far as I know, or run custom script from the phone. XeroLinux has glass effects, but they just can't stop loving Apple. Yeah, with the recent you're talking about this, aren't you? You're talking about this, huh? Yeah, I am on iOS 26. Yep. By the way, this Apple is boasting about the new liquid glass style. Well, somebody back in the jailbreak days in 2010, 2011 already created a theme for iPhone called Glass Clark, and it looked better than this. Just so you know, it existed in 2010, 2011. Apple steals. You do not need special software, Teddy. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care whatsoever. Like Torx, the main developer behind Arch Install, he comes by every now and again. Doesn't say anything. I have nothing against him. He's not the one who makes me feel so bad. It's everybody else in the community. The noobs, the helpers, the other guys. They make you feel like you're an idiot. For you should know everything before coming to Arch. Oh my god. I hate their mentality. I just don't want to be on there. I'm still on their Discord server because I like, if I want to have a laugh for a few minutes, I just go to their Discord server. It's a comedy comedy central, comedy arch central, or arch comedy central. When I want to play Diablo 2 Resurrected on my smartphone. Diablo 2. Oh my god, Diablo 2. Nice. I've been playing Diablo since the very first one got released on PlayStation 1. Hyperland or Neri? Neri is a weird one. Don't get me started on Neri. Scrolling up and down? What the hell? Am I scrolling a web page? That's just my opinion, by the way. I'm not dish, dishing it off on Neri. It's a special kind of scroller, but I don't like no scrolling up and down. I mean, up and down, left and right. It makes me feel like I'm running. My desktop became a web page. I would go Hyperland if I were to use it. I don't use Hyperland. Will never use window managers. That's why they will never be a Hyper Zero ISO. But yeah, Hyperland, whatever window manager, I'm not gonna use. I'm a mouse user. Trackball mouse user, so I prefer that. Drag and drop for the win. Elitist, yeah. I feel like they made it even harder to find options to enable multi-lib. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got lost in my latest video. If you watch my latest video, you're gonna see that I got confused because it was a section on its own called repository, custom repositories. Now it's under mirrors and repositories. I was like, where is multi-lib repository? Where is it? Where is it? I found it at the top, mirrors and repositories. They keep making it worse. People don't use Arch install profiles. Well, I wish I could fork it. I'm not a developer, so I don't know anything about Python. If I had, I might learn Python just to fork it and modify it and fix it. This mentality behind Arch install should stop. They should open up to the world, accept the world from the outside instead of putting a brick wall in front of everything. Well, I was jailbreaking. Not only was I jailbreaking, I had a community website, podcast, group chats, Discord. No, not Discord server, but you know what I mean. Group channels, Telegram or style stuff. We were called iGeekstas, IG33KSTAS.com. Right now, it no longer exists, but back in the day, we were doing good. The good old days, yeah. Microsoft just tapping their ancient Aero theme and starting angrily at Apple. Yeah. Hello, Froggy Man. Hello, Lugano with trackball. Yeah, I love trackballs. Thumb trackballs, not those two-finger trackballs. Thumb. I love those. I have this one. I have a Logitech MX Ergo. I love trackballs. I'm learning Rust. I'm currently learning Rust. My toolkit, if you didn't know, Zeno, the front end, the main page, the main menu is Rust. The rest is Bash. iPhone Islam. Like Trump is making a new phone and a phone carrier, mobile carrier, and his phone looks like a knockoff iPhone, gold iPhone. I know for a fact it's not gonna run well. Meeting time. Be good, boys. I'll stop polluting channel. All right, take care, Zeno. Uh, yeah, PenOS, penis, PenOS. That's been going around recently. All right, guys, we still got around 15 minutes to go. So any more questions? Do you want me to show you anything? Oh, yeah, we're towards the end. I promised you a surprise. All right. So let me power on this surprise. I didn't try Neri, but I saw a lot of videos about it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Scrolling up and down, left and right is like it makes me feel my desktop has suddenly transformed into a web page. No, I don't like window managers to begin with, so doesn't does it makes me less productive. They make me less productive. If you want me to be productive, desktop managers all the way. All right. Alrighty then. I'm preparing the surprise. I'm preparing the surprise, guys. Give me a sec. It's booting. See the error messages? See? There you go. That's Cosmic Greeter. I hate its guts. Right now, of course. Hello and welcome to... See what I'm talking about? This is Cosmic Greeter. Oh my lord. Oh lord. Okay. Don't tell me it's gonna require... I'm gonna give it a sec. Maybe it's gonna behave at the end, but this is what I'm talking about. But as you can see, this is Zero Cosmic. My top 3 Linux dreams. There's only one dream. No need to list. Yep, Zero Cosmic. You said it, Cesar. I only need one dream. For Arch Linux KDE Plasma to be the only distro that exists in the world. That's it. Not talking about XeroLinux, just Arch with KDE Plasma. That's it. I don't want any other distro to exist. Just kidding. Nah. I don't have any Linux streams, to be honest. Just for Linux to be to overtake Windows, basically. One dream. Yeah, it's not gonna launch. This is the TTY. The person who was asking about Arch Linux, this is the TTY. And by the way, XeroLinux includes aliases. Check them out. Just type alias in terminal. It will list you all the aliases I have for XeroLinux. One of them being update. If you want to update your system, just type update. Yes, XeroLinux Cosmic Edition is coming. Cosmic Applet, Cosmic Files, Cosmic Launcher, Cosmic Panel, Cosmic Settings, Settings Daemon, Cosmic Settings, and Cosmic Term. Oh, they've been hard at work. We got a lot of Cosmic updates. I was just kidding, but yeah. It would be ideal if only Arch KDE existed. It's because it's the only one I know. But no, competition is good. Not that it is a competition, but variety is good. I'm gonna show you what Zero Cosmic includes. Okay, so Zero Cosmic will not include Cosmic Reader. I hate it. It's guts. It doesn't look good. It's not. It's not good. It's just not good. So I'm gonna do something. Sudo system ctl disable cosmic dash greeter, and I'm gonna replace it with enable XeroLinux Zero Cosmic will come with a light DM. I chose light DM because it's simple and it works. And this is the grub theme, by the way. Zero Cosmic Linux. XFCE for life. Yeah, we all have our preferences. So it's not wrong to like XFCE. I used to have a spin built on XFCE, but I couldn't keep it up. It was too much for me. With light DM, we don't see all the errors and it works. There you go. Wait a second. Give it some time because it's a VM, and we all know how good Wayland based stuff are on a VM. Desktop settings. Let me fix that. 1280 1920 by 1080. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Keep changing. This is Zero Cosmic. You got an update notifier as usual in the panel up top. If there's one thing you should know about XeroLinux, it's that it's consistent across spins. It's got the same elements across spins. Except in this one, I can't put a connection status network widget because it doesn't exist for Cosmic yet. So, but there will be, once one is out, it'll be included. So there you go. You got an update notifier here. I don't know how to modify these. There's a problem currently in the VM. It doesn't show the workspace thumbnails. But as I told you, they fixed it. We can now launch TUIs from the dock and app launcher. And as you can see, it's themed. It's styled. It's using, I think, something close to Layan. Because I want it to be consistent across releases, it's using Layan. So this is the terminal. It's using Cosmic Term, of course. Added some transparency and everything, and the fast fetch, because it doesn't support images in in this terminal. I decided to use a fast fetch without any images. Thank you, Daniel Clark. Yeah. I put a lot of work into Cosmic because Cosmic was a completely new thing. It's not KDE, it's not GNOME, it's not GTK, it's not Qt, it's Rust based. So I needed to figure out where the settings, the config files were, and I needed to understand how they work. I put a lot of work into it. This is an upcoming release. When? Don't ask. I'm waiting for the final release, and I'll wait another 3 months at least after the stable release to release Zero Cosmic. So maybe next year, summer next year, or maybe winter. I don't know, not winter, like spring next year. Who knows? The faster they fix things, the better. But it's ready, basically. I just need to wait for a stable version before I make sure it's functional and put it out there for you guys. But you saw it here first. Zero Cosmic is a reality. And of course, again, packseek is included with the Zero Toolkit, Falcon, the launcher, workspaces, the mini launcher, and settings. I'm still figuring out how the settings work, and they keep adding more and more things. Like, for example, power. I had to include System 76 power thing for it to work, not Power Devil Daemon, whatever it's called, Power Profiles Daemon. So, yeah, XeroLinux Cosmic Edition is on the way. So, nag the Cosmic developers to finish it so I can release Zero Cosmic. But yeah, all right. So as I showed you, it will at first it will include LightDM until they fix Cosmic Greeter, but it's got everything you need to get up and running and start installing your applications using my toolkit and so on and so forth. So yeah. Let me put it off. Yes, I am in the tech field. I have a store downstairs where if people are having issues with computers that require a format, upgrade GPU, desktops only, no laptops. I have fatty fingers. I tend to break laptops instead of fixing them. So when it comes to hardware, but if they require a format, reinstall, and whatever, I use the opportunity to try to introduce Linux to people, but they keep refusing. So I'll keep trying. So, and I have sysadmin, Windows sysadmin background, not background, but I did work in the field for 2 years. It was a contractual thing. It didn't last more than 2 years, but we were the first in the Middle East to have a sort of cloud server using vSphere back in the day. But yeah, well, except for you. So we got 6 minutes to go. Anything else? We didn't reach the goal today. It's fine. Uh, I'll keep on trying. I'll keep on trying. The more, if we continue, we might hit the target at some point. Hey, Tech. We're about to end the stream. We still have 5 minutes. So, but I would go longer, but it's gonna be midnight soon, so I need to get some rest. So whenever we reach the goal, it's gonna be the same goal: $5, $10 donations, super chats until we reach it. Once we reach it, I'll start making. Oh, come on, Tony. Once we reach it, I'll start making monthly request videos. We still have 2 to go. We still have 2 to go. Come on, people, before I end the stream. Come on, can we hit the the target, the goal, before we end the stream in 4 minutes? I guess not. Yes. But you might be missing a few packages that you'll have to install manually. Not really, but there's 2 or 3 packages. Aero Kwin X11. Well, Kwin X11 you don't need unless you're using X11. But if you're using Wayland, you don't need the package. But there's Aero, and that's it. 2 packages. That's it. But yeah, No, there's nothing to update, basically. It's going to be a seamless upgrade. Just run update and you get everything. I just need to make sure my rice will continue to work on it before I build it. Can we reach the goal? Can we reach the goal? Come on, we still have 3 minutes. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you guys. And if you ever want to donate directly to me, not because if you donate $10 on YouTube, as usual, YouTube is going to take 30% of that plus tax plus whatever. So I'm going to end up with nothing. If you really want to donate directly to me, oh, Tony, you are incorrigible. Thank you. But if you want to donate directly to me where I get the full amount, well, minus 5%, not 30%, the links are in the description below. Or that, or buy some merch on the merch store. I'll have the link soon in the description. Or grab XeroLinux. So he didn't ruin it. 1 to go, 1 to go, and 2 minutes to go. Siko Wamani. OS copy of CachyOS. If you think XeroLinux is a copy of CachyOS, then every Linux distro is a copy of Linux. So yeah, keep at it. Keep thinking that way. We need one more. One more. We got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. One minute to go. So thank you guys for sticking to the end. It's been awesome. And I'll have a new video sometime next week. I'm thinking of, like Zeno suggested on the last stream, why not have turn the Linux tips and tricks into video or shorts. I don't do shorts, so I'm gonna make videos. So okay, 15 seconds to go. With that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for everyone who for the super chats, specifically Tony this time. Last time it was Zeno. But yeah, I'll have a new video next week, and I'll have a new live stream maybe next week. The live streams are not they're not going to be consistent, but whenever I have an idea for a live stream, I'll have one. And before I go, I need to mention that XeroLinux is not going anywhere anytime soon. It helps me stay on my toes. The more knowledge I accumulate, the better XeroLinux will get. And I enjoy this. I enjoy you guys. You guys who come watch my stream. You make me wanna come back. Oh, come on, Tony. Oh, come on. You had to do it. Sicko, okay, CachyOS is your preferred distro. You don't need to announce it like it's a de facto reality. Thank you. We have our 5. Okay, so if you want to request a video, head on over to my Discord, post it on the Linux channel, and we'll discuss it there. If it's possible for me to do, I'll do it. Okay, you trust DistroWatch, Sicko? Nobody trusts DistroWatch. It's a cesspool of distro. If you trust DistroWatch, then keep trusting it. CachyOS, And being number one is subjective. Like it could be number one on DistroWatch. When you install it, you discover that it's a piece of crap. I'm not saying CachyOS is a piece of crap. I'm just giving an example. Being number one is just by number. Okay, it's number one. Maybe it's not made for you. You install it and you discover that it's not made for you. It's objective or subjective or whatever the thingy is. But you know what I mean. It's according to your need. According to your need. What's the best distro according to your need? Thank you, Sicko, for subscribing. All right, I'm a little bit over time. Yeah, it's just a database of distros. Install any one or multiple distros that are on there, see which one fits your needs, and go from there. But you cannot say de facto that a X or Y distro is the de facto best distro because the numbers say so. I hate when people do that. We're not hating on you, Sicko. We're not hating on you. You love CachyOS. I love my distro. It's my distro, so I love it, of course. But CachyOS team, they put a lot of work and effort into the distro. It's an amazing distro. Things that I will never figure out how to do because I'm alone. They're a community. You cannot compare XeroLinux to CachyOS. XeroLinux, one guy in Lebanon, butt end of nowhere, third world country, no electricity, no water. You know, wars happening once every now and again. CachyOS, hundreds of contributors, many developers. One of them being part of the Arch Linux team. So they have first party access to packages. So you cannot compare the two. It's like comparing the company Ferrari to the company that makes tuk-tuks in India. What the hell? Anyway, love you guys. I'll catch you on the next stream and in the next video. Thank you for being part of this stream. And you made my one of my small dreams come true to see more than 5 people on the live stream. Thank you. And with this, I say good night, y'all.